so glad that you're here, and if you're new, I am so thrilled to have you here. My name is Jenny and I just welcome you. I usually have a neck brace on. I am trying very hard to give my neck a break from the brace. I'm not doing any better. It's just that I've been in the brace for a year and my neck is very deconditioned. So I'm trying really hard to power through the more mild symptoms. And so I hope I can make it through this video. If you see me suddenly pop up with my brace on, you'll know that's why. So tonight I wanted to talk about dysautonomia. October is Dysautonomia Awareness Month, so I figured it would be a great time just to share my experience with dysautonomia, because we definitely need more awareness. So yeah, if you've never heard of dysautonomia, it is an umbrella term for a variety of medical conditions that can arise from your autonomic nervous system not functioning properly. And so your autonomic nervous system, if you're not aware of what it does, it controls the unconscious, the things that you don't think about, those bodily functions like your heart rate and your blood pressure, your kidneys and your body temperature regulation, things like that. So it has a lot of really important functions. And so when your sympathetic nervous system and or fight or flight, or it can also be referred, you might hear fight or flight, that's your sympathetic nervous system, and or your parasympathetic nervous system or rest and digest are not working properly, this happens. You get malfunctioning of the autonomic nervous system. So it can impact your whole body. It can impact your brain, causing brain fog and migraines and vertigo, lightheadedness, fainting. It can affect your eyes. It can cause them to be really dry, your pupils to be sluggish, light sensitivity. I noticed that I blink a lot. I had never really noticed it before I started doing these videos, and I never realized how much I blink, but the reason why is because my eyes are really dry and sensitive to light. So if that is why the mouth, it can cause your mouth to be really dry. It can cause tooth decay, difficulty swallowing, skin. It can cause dry skin. I definitely have dry skin. It can cause reduced sweating and increased sweating. And it can affect your heart by causing your heart rate to be too fast or too slow. It can give you palpitations and chest pain. Your blood vessels, it can cause high blood pressure, low blood pressure, and poor perfusion. Immune cells, it can cause an increase in allergies and inflammation. It can affect your stomach by causing bloating, pain, nausea, vomiting. Your intestines, it can impair the motility, so you can have constipation or diarrhea and pain in the intestines. And with your kidneys, it can affect, it can cause urinary symptoms, so either having to urinate frequently, painful urination, or having trouble going at all. It can affect your gallbladder by causing inflammation and pain. So it just really can affect a lot of it can affect everything. It can affect everything on some level. So for me, the symptoms, my most prominent symptoms are with the brain fog and the word recall, the memory, migraines, of course, the vertigo and dizziness, the orthostatic intolerance. So my symptoms are worse when I'm upright. I have the fast heart rate, so the tachycardia, the low blood pressure, got visual disturbances. I've got weakness, tremors, fatigue, sleep disturbances, which is probably my biggest complaint or biggest issue with dysautonomia is the sleep disturbances. I will wake up several times a night with my heart pounding and like burning up and having to go lots of urinary stuff at night, and the intestinal things as well. Temperature regulation issues are big with me. I am either hot or cold, and I really don't notice a whole lot of in between. I have to keep my house pretty cool because I also have the increased sweating. Like, I sweat really easily. It's embarrassing, but it's the only way I can really sort of stay comfortable is keeping the house cool, because I tend to just stay hot. And then the overactive senses, I get really overstimulated pretty easily. So I'm sensitive to light, sound, smells, touch. So yeah, it causes a lot of issues. So there are different types of dysautonomia. The type that I have is POTS, so postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So I have the orthostatic intolerance, the fast heart rate, the shortness of breath sometimes, not as much, but oversensitivity to temperatures and all of those things. So dysautonomia impacts 70 million worldwide, and it's not rare, really. It's just underdiagnosed or oftentimes misdiagnosed as things like anxiety. It's hard to diagnose. So mine was actually not diagnosed until I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and the geneticist recommended having it ruled out, and so I saw a neurologist and a cardiologist, and that's how I got the diagnosis. So it can be hard to find a doctor to get diagnosed, or if you're suspecting it. So I'm going to link below the website that I got my information from, Dysautonomia International. They have a lot of great resources, both educationally, and then they also have a provider section, and so it can help you to find and locate a doctor near you. Currently, there is no cure. Treatment is aimed towards symptom reduction, managing the symptoms, and the goal of treatment is to get the person to be well enough to exercise and gain strength to offset the symptoms of the autonomic nervous system dysfunction. So kind of like, how I'm trying to recondition my neck. Like, that's sort of the goal. And also medications can be used. They will suggest physical therapy, exercise. They suggest drinking 2 to 4 gallons of water, I believe. Lifestyle changes like avoiding coffee, sugar, things like that. So it's kind of hard. I have a hard time drinking that amount of water and laying off the coffee. But yeah, so I'm on medication. I'm on metoprolol for the heart rate spikes and the blood pressure irregularities. So that helps me. It's still quite disabling though, and this is I think pretty much everybody that has it. It is just really difficult to live with. So we need awareness, and that's why I share. I really appreciate you guys being here, and I hope that you're all doing great and have a good rest of the week. And so if this helped you at all, or if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, it would really help me out. And don't forget to hit the notification bell or subscribe if you haven't. That would help me out as well. Thank you guys again. Bye.